Hi, welcome back. This is going to be episode 1 and this new series I'm talking about on, day-to-day life when it comes to getting a platoon and everything. So this episode is going to be based on supply, or I guess signing for your equipment, right? So all of last week I was with First Lieutenant Sullivan, the platoon leader that I'm taking over for.
So the most important thing to know when you're swapping sub-hand receipt holders is definitely understanding how to read the TM. So just understanding like all the key components, the BII, everything that goes with it, and just be able to use that as well as the BOM. So that way when you're doing a changeover, you know exactly what you're signing down to that person, and then the person who receives it, same thing. So you're not signing for anything extra, and you're inventorying all of your shortages, because that's a really big thing.
And she was showing me all everything, right? So she broke it up into different sections and different days, right? So one day we literally went over the Humvees and making sure I had all the trucks there, all the trailers for the Humvees, and then we went over the BAI, the basic issue item and everything, and then the end items and stuff, and tips for this process and how this process will go smoothly is a squad leader, an NCO, someone that you trust. Give them the TM, the technical manual for whatever gear, equipment you're laying out for them, and tell them how you want it laid out. So it should be laid out in order on how it is on the TM. That way, whenever the platoon leader or whoever's checking that inventory comes out to the squad leader, they can go through the TM and say, all right, hold up this nugget, hold up this wrench, and everyone's gonna hold it up. It's in the same spot, dress, so that everyone knows where it's supposed to be, and it goes smoothly just like that, so no one's wasting anyone's time, because I hate wasting soldiers' time, and I know they hate their time being wasted too. So yeah, make sure the gear's laid out just like that. Whenever they say that they're done and everything's there, go through the TM yourself and make sure everything's there. Slow people down. Some people are like, all right, here, I got it, sir. Or ma'am, hey, no, count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know it sounds redundant, but make sure you do that. And whenever it comes to them calling off serial numbers for you, and you're like, all right, got it, do some spot checks. So they called them out and all of them were there, but go look at those serial numbers and make sure that you actually got it, because, God forbid somebody goes out there with the supply sheet and they put sticky notes down there so that other people know how to read them, and you don't actually have those down there. So just make sure you check the serial numbers after they're called off, at least here and there, right? Make sure you know which items are actually the items that are supposed to be with it. And sometimes whenever you're doing supply or a battle handover, or battle handoff, people will be like, all right, well, it's in that trailer or it's in that Connex. No, go get it. Everything should be here that's supposed to be, that you're signing for. So make sure it's there and you get actual eyes on. So here's one way you could actually do the battle handoff. Depends on your unit and everything, but let's say you're signing for everything that day or at the end of that week. If you are not in an MP unit, or you're not in a unit to where not everyone's always going to be there because they're running shift, let's say you have your whole platoon right there, for that week. Grab your squad leaders and tell them the plan and everything, and incorporate them into the plan with the platoon leader and the new incoming platoon leader, and have it to where they all see the items together, so that at the end of the week, when you sign for that stuff, you sign it down to them also. That way, there's no trying to catch up and make up on signing the gear down, because that's gonna be a lot harder in the future. But if you guys all see it together, that's less inventory you have to do. So I guess what I'm saying is, let's say you don't do it to squad leaders aren't there, even though they could have been there. Now you're gonna have to actually do the layout again with the squad leader for their trucks, their equipment, and all that stuff. So it's smarter to do it just like that, and you end it. My last tip is, when it comes to equipment, if you don't know what it is or you just don't feel good about it, take pictures of it so that you know what's supposed to be there. Look at the TM, and also just ask for help. Ask for advice from other people in the company, other NCOs, and just what they've seen before when platoon leaders take over. Don't be afraid to ask other people. And if you don't know what something is, 98% of the time I didn't know what stuff was out there at all.
Last few words: being a platoon leader in Korea, it was rewarding at times, but it's pretty challenging, especially since everyone leaves all the time. I don't know, it just gets really hectic, and then you have constant layouts and everything. So the biggest thing is just try to learn something every day and just be optimistic. That's pretty much it.
What about layouts?
Layouts are ass. I hate layouts. They're the worst, but I understand the importance in them, especially with like equipment readiness and making sure everything's good, but it becomes so repetitive. Yeah. That's it.
Within this new series, I'm going to be talking about having a counseling session with your new platoon sergeant and how, that should go the respectful way. I'm going to be talking about interacting with your soldiers and, how to build that good relationship with them, but also working professional relationship. And I'm going to talk about additional duties of a platoon leader and what additional duties you can have and how to excel in them. And then a couple of more episodes that are to be determined. And we're going to talk about, how to be a force multiplier, how you can better your organization and make it a better place. So with being a platoon leader, signing for all your equipment and everything, make sure you see the equipment, the items, all the items, BI, make sure you know everything that's coming with it that you're signing for. Make sure that it works. Make sure that it's not from a different vehicle, because sometimes people in the military will swap stuff out and then you won't actually have it whenever it's all said and done. So make sure it's actually with that vehicle, it's supposed to be with you. Make sure you're annexing all the shortages that you have, that you actually, you don't actually have that item. But yeah, you guys will be fine. Whenever someone tries to get you to sign for equipment, make sure you're supposed to have that equipment, and there's no other option, because people will come at you left and right like, hey, I'm leaving, I need you to sign for this, I don't want to be in charge of this, but now you're gonna be in charge of that. So just make sure you're good. That being said, have a great day, everybody. Ciao.